There's a new way to make money on Skool. And if you're a creator who is passionate about what you do, then this could seriously change everything. Because just 2 weeks ago, I launched my Skool community, and using this exact same method, it allowed me to close 4 sales that are worth $12,000. And if you don't know me, my name is Avatar Dan, and I started completely lost on Skool over 1 year ago. But after learning from the best in the market, like Hormozy, Max Version, Sam Alphonse, Andrew Kirby, and many more, I got a grasp of like what is working and what isn't, especially after coaching over 100 people on how to make money on Skool. So now I've started my own Skool community, and I'm documenting the entire journey from zero to $1 million together with my mastermind clients. And we're sharing everything along the way, the wins and the lessons. For this episode, we're going to cover how I was doing amazing, feeling on top of the world, and then I lost all my energy. We're going to cover the new way of Skool and how I booked 6 sales calls in 2 days. And the one change that helped me go from 3 sales, helped me get 3 sales and go from 25 with a 50% closing rate. So I changed one thing and it helped me get a 50% closing rate. So welcome to episode 2. And today I've got my right hand man, Bram, with me. Bram, before we dive in, when you saw like those 3 sales coming in, like what was your reaction?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Dan. Thank you for having me again. I'm looking forward to this second episode. Yeah, what I was thinking at that right moment, I was like amazed but not surprised because I knew like that you were preparing a lot of stuff beforehand, and the things that you did for the last weeks basically fell into place. So yeah, it was very nice to see, and of course the pace which everything is going. It's very nice to see. So yeah, amazed, not surprised.
That's cool, man. That's cool. I like it. I mean, yeah, it took me a while, like also like to get here as well, like in terms of like my own foundations and my own lessons. But then
Yeah.
I believe like when everything is in place on like a personal level, on your skill level and everything, then the success in your business should follow, right? Like your business in a way like a
Mm-hmm.
reflection of who you are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 100%. 100%. Yeah, and it's
Awesome,
nice to
awesome.
see those steps being made, right? And like the progress. It's very nice to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm really grateful for all the progress and the lessons. So I'm excited to dive in on this episode, and we're going to start
Yeah.
with something I don't think you know either. So that's gonna be kind of cool, I believe. So yeah, let's dive in.
Some new stuff.
Some new stuff. Yes, 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 yes. So first
Nice.
of all, like I was doing amazing, and then I lost all my energy. So basically, like to dive into this first, what happened is like I kind of like felt in top of the world. Everything went well, made my 6 sales and everything, and then something happened, and it totally shifted my energy, and I was like doing really bad. And it all
Mm-hmm.
comes down like to frequencies. In our lives, we have like high frequencies and we have low frequencies. So, have you ever
Mm-hmm.
seen this chart, Bram?
No. No. I've
Okay.
heard like
So,
a little bit
uh
about
huh.
frequencies and vibrations, but I've never seen this chart actually.
Okay. So basically, it comes down to like the level of the frequency that you're vibrating on, determines like
Mm-hmm.
how you will experience life. So, for example, if you
Mm-hmm.
feel really bad and feel like shameful or like you have guilt about something, then you'll experience a very
Mm-hmm.
low frequency, which results in like not attracting money, not attracting like the life that you want, and like overall having a really bad experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, have you ever had these moments where you like were full of joy, full of peace, everything went like smooth and everything, and you've like attracted a lot of money in that time, most likely?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's the
Yeah,
other side of it,
it's
right?
actually
That's what, yeah.
it's actually nice to see this. Like I haven't ever like really thought about it this way. That if like you are feeling a certain way, that makes you like have another frequency, another vibration that actually causes you to attract stuff differently, like more or less
Yeah,
money, other people, for example. Interesting.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's really interesting. So basically, like the lesson here is like you want to like go to this expanded version of yourself, right? Because then you will attract the sales and the calls and everything, uh,
Mm-hmm.
and just the life that you want. So basically, this is what
Mm-hmm.
happened to me, right? I went from like this enlightenment, like feeling amazing, all the way down, whoop, towards like shame and everything, and like being really feeling really bad. And I want to like share the
Mm-hmm.
story so maybe like you or other people can relate as well with it. And
Yeah.
ultimately, this all ties into making money from your passion, right? Because once again, you are a reflection of your business. So if you are not
Yeah.
feeling good, if you are like on a low frequency, then ultimately you will not make more money. So the higher you
Mm-hmm.
can get your frequency, the easier it will be to make money from your passion. And that's also one of the ways how I was able to make 3 sales this week.
Mm-hmm.
So basically what
All right,
happened
man.
is after our call last week, I felt super inspired. I felt like amazing, right? We were like on this journey together, $1 million. We're helping other
Mm-hmm.
people. People start like seeing results and everything. We are starting to seeing results. And this on Monday, I
Was a nice
set like
kickoff.
four calls. Yeah, exactly. It was a really nice kickoff, right? I feel
Yeah.
like purposeful and everything. So I booked those 4 calls. I'm like, oh my god, it's working. Like it's freaking working, right? So I
Mm-hmm.
feel like really enlightened because I know if it's working for me, then it's worked for other people well, right? And that's like my main drive. Like I
Yeah,
want
for
to help
sure.
other people do the same
Yeah.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So, what happened? I made this commitment with myself that I would not ejaculate, right? I would not
Mm-hmm.
do that because I want to preserve my sexual energy so that I have more energy
Mm-hmm.
to give. All right. So that's a commitment I made
Yeah.
with myself. But what
Mm-hmm.
happened? I broke my commitment. So I was getting on it in the bedroom, and
Mm-hmm.
then I just like I felt probably like released, like or like a sense of like it's fine, you know, like after making 3 sales and earning like $12,000 basically in 2 days, I was like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
I deserve it, right? Like I can let go of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Mm-hmm.
that happened and I let go, and then I felt like this grief. I felt like so bad about myself because I didn't follow my commitment, right? So what
Mm-hmm.
happened basically, I was feeling this enlightenment. I'm feeling amazing. I attract the sales. I attract the calls and everything. And then I break my commitment with myself, and I go from here all the way down, like, whoop, all the way to like grief, right? So like from 700,
Mm-hmm.
like level 700, you can say your frequency 700 towards 75. So like divided by 10, because I felt
Mm-hmm.
regret. I was like feeling not good about myself, right? So what happened after that?
Yeah, right.
And like you probably have you had ever a moment like this? Everything goes well, and then you do something, then whoop, you go down.
Yeah, yeah, I've had some of these moments. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
We
Yeah,
all
and
have them.
that's
We
like
all have
I'm
them, right?
pretty yeah, it's pretty interesting to see this chart, for example, because yeah, I'm actually thinking a lot right now because I didn't ever thought about this way, the vibrations and the frequencies and what that influences. So yeah, but go on. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, and we all have this, right? So, like, but the thing is, if we're below this red line here, then like we're starting to attract bad things. All right. So it's
Mhm.
literally the opposite of above this line. So like
Mhm.
here is like natural, like everything flows naturally.
Mhm.
Here's like you're attracting bad things, and here you're attracting good things, right? So I was below this red line. It's like a
Mhm.
danger zone, you can call, right? So what happened? I was like
Yeah.
coaching, and I was like doing quite a good coaching session, so I felt like a little bit better. But like I still like noticed afterwards, right, that I was like in my desire here. So I had a sales call,
Mhm.
and I was like really like craving for that sale. I noticed in myself. I was
Mhm.
like, I needed that sale in a way, right? And I didn't know it at the time. I thought I was here. I thought I was like, no, I'm doing it from like my enlightenment. I want to help you, this and that. But when I look back on it, I wasn't. I was craving for that sale, right?
Mhm.
Um. So what
Yeah.
happened? I didn't help that person. I really didn't help that person,
Mhm.
and I was just like trying to like pull it out of him, right? And um, not
Mhm.
only did he say no, and that made me feel
Mhm.
rejected, but even worse, like he literally like I think he, like what I felt like, he felt like I was pushing too much, and even he's like someone I know, right? So because of that, I felt ashamed of myself,
Mhm.
right? So I went all the way here, right? So I went from feeling rejected to like feeling ashamed and everything. And then I went on my
Mhm.
lowest frequency and I went to like my worst habit that I can do for myself, which is like masturbation. Like super
Mhm.
humiliating, right? I felt miserable. I
Mhm.
felt frustrated. So I went from this highest high, helping other people, change the world and everything, and then like in one day, wham,
Mhm.
I went all the way down to my
Mhm.
lowest low, right? And
Yeah.
this, like, it destroyed my momentum. It completely destroyed my momentum, right? So, and to show this in like actionable, and that's how you can probably relate as well. We have this sheet, and like in a
Yeah.
nutshell, what it comes down to: if I do these actions every day, then I'll have a six pack, I'll make 10 sales, and I'll book 50 calls. It just comes down to that.
Yeah.
And as you can see, I had a
Yeah.
pretty good start this week, and then after this happened, I
Mhm.
completely fucked up. You see?
Mhm. Now I can't.
And
I
the
can't
reason
see the.
why,
Oh yeah. Now I
yeah.
can see the scores.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, cool. And then the reason why I'm sharing this is because it's all about like what we do with it, right?
Mhm.
It's all about what we do with those moments. And for me, for
Mhm.
example, what I did with it is like I not only I paused penetration together with my girl. So I said like, hey, we can't do this anymore. I have to like preserve this part of myself because apparently
Mhm.
I can't like keep in control with that.
Mhm.
And I need your help with it. And then I saw this
Mhm.
girl on YouTube, and she was talking about spirituality, breaking patterns, and everything. So what I did, I
Mhm.
booked a call with her. I got on the call, and I invested $2,400 in myself to solve this,
Mhm.
so I can stay in that higher frequency. And I'm
Mhm.
sharing this publicly right here
Mhm.
because we don't have to shame ourselves. We all make mistakes. And I want to
Mhm.
like get a little bit like get rid of the taboo about these types of things because it's okay. Like we all make mistakes right there, and here it's about like what we do with it.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
yeah, before we go on, like what are your thoughts on this, on like the frequencies and everything, and yeah, ever had those moments and everything? Like let's have an open convo about it.
Like moments where I went to another vibration frequency and it like went from good to bad to like way
Yeah, for example, yeah, what are your
like
thoughts if you hear
from
this?
good to
Let it
bad
put it
very
like this.
quickly.
Yeah, exactly. Or what are your thoughts if you hear this?
Yeah,
Like,
I can yeah, I've had those moments, of course, for myself, and what I already said, like it's very interesting to put it in this perspective of these vibrations and these frequencies, and I think it gives a lot of perspective on how to keep momentum and how to lose it as well, and that if you go from a high to a lower frequency, that means you will also attract people and stuff which is on a lower frequency and like not good for you, and so this shows how important it is to keep momentum and keep disciplined in certain areas of your life to keep getting the results you want to get. And I think it's nice you actually invested in yourself, make commitment, and to go to the next level, basically.
yeah.
And I'm curious to see what it actually is and what like actually will be taught in the thing you invested in.
Yeah, like truly, yeah, for sure. Um just one, is my camera not working? Oh, it is working. Okay, nice.
No, it's not working that well.
Okay. I think now it's working again.
Yeah,
Cool.
now it's working again.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, like I think it's really good to like be aware of this. right? Because often we think it's only
Mhm.
about like business and strategies and booking calls and everything, but ultimately, like, we
Mhm.
are attracting calls, sales, and everything based off our how we feel of our like
Mhm.
frequency, right? So I think it's a great thing to keep in mind
Mhm.
and be aware of it. Like, when are we going down, and how can we prevent things like that, in order for us to, yeah, like, live the life that we want, right, and help the people that we want to be helping.
Yeah, for sure. And if we're talking about like sales in general, there's someone who speaks a lot about this. His name is Josh Lyons. We spoke about him for a couple of times.
Hmm.
He talks a lot about like the internal work and internal mastery you have to do to become the best salesperson or help people at the truly best you can to your best ability. Like, I think you can put it this way: like, how are you gonna help people and make a sale, for example, and like truly help people if you can't help yourself and if you can't control yourself? Like,
Hmm.
that's basically impossible because it will not be authentic if you're saying stuff to people and let them overcome their fear, for example, and you can't overcome your own fear, or you can't like put yourself outside of your comfort zone. How are you gonna transfer that? I also noticed that
Yeah,
sometimes. No, not gonna talk about it too much now, but like, yeah, I think that that's a real thing, and I think you can, with the vibrations and your frequencies, you can put it in a perspective and make like build a system around that. Keep that in control
yeah.
for yourself.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think, like, if you can't help yourself, you can't help anyone else, right? So it's about
No,
like
no,
it's basically like a spider, right? Like a spider, for example, first thing he does,
yeah,
like, he builds a home, right? He builds a foundation, he builds a web. And after that web is like completed, that's when he attracts like his sales, or like attracts like the insects, right, that he can eat. And you need to
mm-hmm.
have like that web,
Yeah,
you need to have that foundation for yourself first before you can attract what you want.
yeah. Yeah, but I think it there should be a balance, right? Because there should
For
be a
sure.
balance between like the internal work and the things you think about and the things you work on for yourself to keep your mind everything at stable. But you should also just do the work. There is like a middle ground in that, I believe. But I think without
Absolutely, absolutely. It's
one of those, you
all
can't
yeah,
have.
it's all about yin and
Yeah,
yang. Like, always. Like,
yeah.
so definitely, you
But
need to
also
like
not
put
too
in the work,
much,
like
but
get
also
into
not
the
too much.
trenches and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's
So
like a
yeah,
very
nice.
interesting topic between like is balance needed between those two, or should you just go? Because you have a
Yeah, I
lot of
think
people
like
saying different
yeah.
stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, you should definitely
And
just go.
I'm
Like, I
like
think it
referring to
starts with
Alex
that.
Ramosi also. There was a little bit of of lag
That
between
delay
our
is so
between
amazing.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a little bit of delay, but also like the quality of like how I see you is like is pretty bad. And if I look at
Yeah,
YouTube
yeah, but
now,
like that's
it's also pretty bad.
yeah, but like the
But
recording,
the
like that's actually
recording,
live, should be good.
yeah, 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 like the recording, yeah, that should be no, but yeah, if you look at like the live video right now, I'm gonna look. Yeah, the quality is like the same as here. But if we
Yeah, yeah,
when
but
you
like the
upload like
recording
the
the
actual
recording will be better.
video to YouTube, that's okay.
Yeah.
But we should look into that, bro, because like the quality of the live stream should also not be this bad.
Yeah, yeah, we'll
Like we
definitely
can
look into that.
compensate with
There
the
are some
things we talk about for sure, but
yeah. Well, there's some benefit and some downside to Costa Rica, you know. But yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
I think
yeah. I
like
don't
we
know
can like
if it's the
dive
if
very
that's the
deep into
case, but
frequencies and
let's
everything.
dive in.
Yeah, exactly. So
Sorry.
let's let's dive in
Yeah,
on
this is
this.
also of everything to do with frequencies.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, cool. So basically, to dive a little bit in the other side of business, which is the hard side, let's say, like the
Mhm,
thing that helped me a lot to make more sales and everything is obviously the new way of booking calls and
mhm,
everything. And basically, in a
mhm,
nutshell, the new way to make money on Skool is called having a freemium school group. And a freemium school group comes
mhm,
down to having one school community. And this one school community
mhm,
you bring traffic towards in organic or like paid. And because this school community is going to be valuable and more
mhm.
people like find it through Skool, you get free traffic from Skool. And the Skool About page has like a 20% conversion rate. So that means that for 20%, that's really high. Normally, like any conversion rate is like 10 or like 5% and everything. So you can get a very easy
Yeah,
way
of
to
like a
get leads,
general
right?
funnel, you mean?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yes, exactly. So by having this one group, you can like call people that get into your group straight away. So that's what I'm doing. Like whenever someone joins, I just give them a call. Like, hey, super excited to have you here. Like, what brought you to the limited school? And it allows me to book them into a call. And that's how I booked like 6 calls in like 2 or 3
Mhm.
days. And from those 6 calls, I closed 50%, which allowed me to make 3 sales of $3,000 contracted.
There was also like a little bit of a change, right, with your with the conversion, and there were a little bit few things we talked about earlier this week. Something you changed on
Yes,
your about
yes,
page.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. We changed a couple of things. We're trying to like get the conversion rate up right now. So basically, what we did here is I removed the VSL, the video sales letter, and just have a picture right now to see if the conversion rate goes up. Because I started with like 16% conversion rate, and now it
Mhm,
dropped quite hard to I think 6 or
mhm.
7 even. So we're trying to test out with
After
just
that
a
change.
nah, well, like probably it is around this right now. So we're gonna test this for like 7 days to see if it
Mhm,
goes up or down.
mhm,
But
mhm.
all in all, like bringing people to your free about page is really good because you can ask for their number, um, and their email address in like the membership questions. Um,
Mhm.
and then also like
Make
I'm
sure to
using
not
a
show any phone numbers now,
yeah, yeah,
Dan.
yeah, I won't show any phone numbers. But basically, it helps. Like I'm using like a software that like can verify the phone number as well, which is really cool. And all in all, it just helps to book calls because people will join the limitless school, and I can just like call them up, set them for a sales call, and then after that, I can try to close them, obviously. So it's really cool.
Mhm. Yeah,
So
man.
yeah, what are
Yeah.
your thoughts on
Also a
this
very
model,
nice
this new
picture
model?
there.
Yeah, yeah, very nice picture.
Yeah, I think this is great. Yeah, I think this is great, bro. This model, like, it's not too complicated, but it's like it's yeah, it's simple basically if you apply it correctly. And there are a few things you should keep in mind, like for example the time before um, reaching out, or the time after the people applied, that you should reach out to them if they applied for a membership to your free community. There are a little yeah, a few things you should keep in mind, but other than that, I think it's like simple and it's scalable, and it's already been proven, right? A lot of times.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, otherwise, I wouldn't make six sales and 6 sales calls and 3 sales, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So yeah.
sure. Oh yeah, that's
All right.
nice.
Cool. Yeah. So that's basically like the new way of like how to make money on School. And then another thing that's really
Mhm.
cool here is that what I learned is that like you really need to call leads as soon as possible. Because like when someone
Mhm.
um books a or like gets into or like becomes a lead, like it makes a request, if you call them within 5 minutes, they're 21 more likely to buy than after 30 minutes.
You gave it a very nice example. A call we had earlier
Oh
this
yeah.
week, like a little. You
Yeah.
gave a nice
Yeah, that's a good
example,
example indeed.
like
Yeah,
for
imagine
to
like
explain
you go
this.
into a massage salon, right?
A
Or like a
metaphor.
haircut salon, whatever it is. And you go to that
Mhm.
salon and then you press the doorbell and you're waiting for them to like help you give you a massage. The thing is that when you're doing
Mhm.
that, it is and no one comes like for the next minutes, then how long are you gonna stand there, right? Maybe 1 minute passes, no one comes. You're like, okay, is someone gonna help me, right? 2 minutes, 3 minutes, right? But after like 5 minutes, most likely you're gonna be like, fuck this,
Mhm.
right? I'm gonna like look for the next
Five
salon. I wanna
minutes.
get help from there. Like that's probably a long time, right?
Yeah.
Like probably faster,
Five
right?
minutes. I don't know how much massage salons you have in Costa Rica. Maybe it's like there you have to wait. You have to drive an hour for the next one. Then I would wait like 5 minutes. But
Yeah, I mean, like there has been like moments where like I've waited 5 minutes, yeah. But if it looks really nice and I think like someone is gonna help me, but
yeah.
then like I'm not sure, you know, I'm like, is it someone coming or
Mhm.
not? Like you just don't know. I'll
Mhm.
wait 5 minutes. So the same is with like
Mhm.
leads, right? Everyone thinks like you
Yeah.
need hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of leads, but the truth is like we don't. You just need a couple leads and like make sure to be on them and like focus on them and actually like get them
Mhm.
in order for you to make money, in order for you to make sales.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, and I think like have you seen like more like in general, is it normal to or is it usual for like community owners or people who have a school community or people who have like a business in general to reach out after 5 minutes or within like as like you should not be creepy, right? You should not like reach out in like 5 seconds because that's weird. I think, right? That's weird
No,
or
you
not?
can
Don't you think
if
that
you're
that's a little bit
like,
weird to like instantly reach
bro,
out?
like no, not at all, not at all. Like imagine, right? You're going to this massage salon, you press the bell, and within 5 seconds someone opens. You're like, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, but then I think that metaphor
It's the
that
same thing.
yeah, okay. Do you
It's the
actually
same
think
thing. It's the
isn't it like a little bit too
absolute same
needy
thing.
to like reach out in
No, like
yeah,
absolutely
okay.
not.
Okay. Yeah, I think
Let's
you're
say,
right.
Bram, you're going to like join a school community, right? And you want to learn about how to like become even
Mhm.
stronger, right? You apply for that school community, and they say like, "Hey, we're gonna certify
Mhm.
you, right?" And
Mhm.
within 5 seconds, you get a phone call. What's your reaction?
Mhm. Yeah, I think it really depends on how they frame themselves and what's on the about page, any like VSL
Yeah.
video.
So someone like
Because
okay,
if it
okay,
has
okay.
like
So
any
basically,
scarcity
someone
element
calls
in
you.
it or something, but for a
Yeah,
free
and then basically
community,
say like,
yeah, I don't know. It's a free community, right? That's a big difference. Like if it was for a paid community, maybe that would apply to it would be better to wait like a little bit. But for like a free community, for yeah, like becoming a member, I no, I think it's actually what you're saying is actually yeah, absolutely right. Yeah, yeah. And I
yeah,
think the
I mean, like,
metaphor
imagine,
does
right?
apply like
Someone,
fully there.
you apply for that free community, you apply for a reason. You want to learn how to become stronger, right? Or you
Mm-hmm.
want to learn how to make money
Yeah.
online, whatever it
Yeah.
is. So, like, when you apply and
Yeah.
someone calls you, like, hey,
Yeah.
Bram, hey, I just saw that you applied for the Limitless School. Um, awesome, super excited to be here. I just
Mm-hmm.
like, I know there's a lot of stuff inside of the Limitless School, and I just want to make sure that you like know how to navigate
Mhm.
through it. Did someone already reach out to you
Mhm.
to check in with you?
Mhm.
You'll be like, no. Like, oh, okay,
Okay.
awesome. Well,
No.
do you
Are
like
are we
if
gonna
you give
role
me
play
just a
like here? We're gonna role play here.
yeah, well, like we can, right? But like just like to give you an example, basically, right? Like I think like
Oh.
the delay is too much to like role play,
Mhm.
but basically,
Yeah, the
every
role play with
like
the delay is not.
no, exactly, it's really hard, right? So we have to wait every 10 seconds.
Like we
Um,
both wait for each other's answer.
exactly. But basically, in a nutshell, like if I would
uh,
be genuine, like, hey, I'm just looking to like know from you, like, what is it that you're looking to get out of this, so I can like point you towards the right
mhm.
into the right direction, into the limits of the school. Would you be open to that? Like, then it feels good.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean it works, right? It works because you've done it. Like, but to go back to my circle back to my question, if we have like one thing we are gonna do, and if I ask too much questions about a certain thing, you have to say that down because
Sure.
we should not talk too much about one subject. But okay, to circle back to my question, like how many businesses or communities like actually reach out fast? How much of them do
Probably like
that?
one
Is
percent,
it
maybe
like
less.
usual? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you think that there's like a lot to gain there, right?
Oh, for sure. I mean, like Alex Ramosi told this story, right, about this
Mm-hmm.
company that paid this
Mm-hmm.
girl like
Yeah,
$2,500 a month, and the only thing she had
yeah.
to do is
I know.
like
I've seen
be
this
in front
video.
of her laptop or the computer or the phone, and literally wait until there
Mm-hmm.
comes a lead and straight up call them. That's the only thing she does. And they have like one or two
Yeah,
leads a day, right?
yeah,
And they pay her like full time to like
yeah.
just answer the leads. And the reason why they do it is because every lead is like worth, or every sale is like worth like tens of thousands of dollars. So if she gets even one person every quarter to say
Mm-hmm.
yes, because
Mm-hmm.
she calls straight up, it's worth it.
Yeah. Okay, so can we actually like couple the or use the like the vibrations and the frequencies? Can we like use that to explain this? Could you, or could you try, or is it like not a thing?
I mean,
Because
like
when
ultimately,
like
that's
what I'm trying to
yeah.
say, like yeah, what I'm like trying to say is when people want to join the community. But maybe I'm saying something which is like total BS, can be. But like when people want to like join and where they're at that moment, like in the heat of the moment, then
Mhm.
are they at like a certain frequency or a certain vibration that you need to keep momentum in
Well,
then before they go to like another frequency?
yeah. Well, this is a great question, actually. Like, I like it. I mean, like in a way, like honestly, I to be honest, like, I haven't dove in this myself that yet. But like, when you think about it, right? Let's say someone starts here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Their frequency is like neutral, or maybe even here like
Mm-hmm.
willingness, like they're having trust or optimism about your product, right? They join
Yeah.
your community, whatever it is. Now, let's say you never talk to them and the product sucks. Well, then they probably go down, right? They go to like anger or like whatever it is, right? They're like not really happy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if it's a free, like most likely they won't because it's free anyway. Like they won't go up at least, right? But now let's say
Mm-hmm.
that you call them straight up and
Mm-hmm.
you call them like super joyful, right? You call them like with a sense of like reason, a sense of like loving. You want to help them, right? You give them
Mm-hmm.
something. Now, like
Mm-hmm.
they will feel your frequency, so they will naturally go up themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's
Okay.
a way to do it.
Yeah. All right. Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
All
So
right, bro.
that's it for like booking calls
For today.
and like the new
Bye.
way. Almost, Anoot. So that's it for like booking calls. I think that's cool. And then after that, how I got 3 sales at 50% closing rate. Well, this probably is super cool because I basically like changed 3 things. First of all, first I did 30-minute calls. I went from 30 minutes to 60 minutes. And I was
Mm.
really hesitant on this because I know I can
Mm.
close people in 30 minutes. But the problem I was having is like my sales process
Mm-hmm.
isn't that dialed in yet that I can do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed that I was losing people on
Mm-hmm.
it. So I changed it to 60 minutes just because I have a little bit more time to do objection handling and everything. And each of my sales took at least an hour. So that was a really good move. So that's one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think for when you don't have like the most structured and like the most structured sales process, I don't think you should. I think you could better like give yourself a little bit more time than less time, because if you rush it, for example, during the discovery, or not going deep enough into the pain, or don't have enough time for the objection handling, and yeah, that sucks. So I think you
Yeah.
should give
Yeah,
yourself more
absolutely.
time. What you've just done. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. All right. So that was Dan, his connection. What's up? He's back.
He's back. Okay.
Bro, you have
Nice.
Dan, you have to buy that Starlink. You have. You have
Oh
to at this
yeah,
point.
yeah. It was my camera actually. It said.
Oh, it
So
was your camera. You heard
yeah,
me in okay. So like you are
yeah,
now with we are with our we are with 3 as of now. So maybe you have to
yeah,
leave. Yeah.
exactly.
That's that's better. That's better.
Nice. Okay. So basically, that was like 6 minutes. The other thing I changed is the urgency bonus. So instead of
Mhm.
like what I noticed was what people want, right? And a really good thing about
Dan,
like jumping on
can you
calls
switch
and
your microphone?
uh,
I hear a lot of background. Like your girlfriend is like demolishing the house or something. It sounds like that.
nice. Let's go.
All right.
All right. So
Um, but
let's
where
let's
were
take
we?
let's t- let's take a moment to go from
Yeah, to
acceptance.
breathe and
Yes, let's take a moment to go from anger to neutrality to acceptance. And this all happens so we can learn and help other people do the same and provide
uh,
love in this world and feel amazing and have peaceful and like make the world a better place. Okay? So woohoo! All right,
nice.
let's go. So basically, in a nutshell, I did the urgency bonus, so I changed that. So I like the good thing about having doing sales calls, especially at the beginning. You really want to do this yourself, like do the sets yourself, do the sales calls yourself, because you'll learn what people actually want, right? You understand what they
Mhm.
want, you can hear, like feel them and everything, and you can adjust the offer. So what I
Mhm.
realized is that people really wanted one-on-one calls with me, and first that was
Mhm.
something I didn't want to do because I didn't want to really sell my time. But at the beginning, it's
Mhm.
okay to sell your time. It's okay to like give people an extra boost because your program is gonna suck anyway, right? So you have to like give them some more. And by giving them like one-on-one calls and everything, I noticed that people really like that. And I made it a
Mhm.
reason for them to buy on the call. I was like, okay, if you buy on this
Mhm.
call, I'm gonna give you 12 weeks one-on-one coaching with me totally for free. And normally I charge
Mhm.
like 2.5K for that, so they really see like it as an additional big bonus.
Mhm. All right. Nice. Okay. I didn't. I okay. Yeah, it surprises me a little bit. But
Why?
I think it's nice. But I don't know. Like the yeah, I don't know. Like it, but extra. No, no. It's actually totally okay to do that. Except for yeah, especially in the beginning. I think it's great to do that. I just didn't
Yeah.
expect it. But yeah, I think it's nice. It's a nice extra, and especially for like the startup phase, the beginning.
Yeah. I mean, like this part, right? Not only is it good to do the sets and the sales at the beginning and try to talk with as many people as you can because of that you can understand your
Mhm.
sales process and what they want. But then if you do
Mhm.
delivery with them as well and you do one-on-one calls and everything, you also have an opportunity to understand what they
Mhm.
need. And because I understand what they
Yeah. Do you
need, I
think
can create
they
a program
need
around that.
I yeah, I wanted to dive into that, like the difference between what they want and what they need. But do you think they need the thing you just added? Do you think they need that, or that's what they want?
Well, now, yes. Now they do need that because like I don't even have any videos in my program, right? So
Mm.
like
Yeah. Okay.
like they definitely need it. And I just like
Yeah.
like sell
Okay.
before you
Yeah.
make, right? And it also helps me
Yeah.
with creating the program because now I understand way
Mhm.
better what they need and what the process is that they're going through. So it's a no-brainer
Yeah.
for anyone.
Yeah. Okay. All right, man. And when are you? When will you have the videos?
I mean, honestly, I think I'll be making and really starting with the course in like 3 weeks from now.
Mhm.
And I'll most likely really take my time for it. Like, I'll probably like make a
Mhm.
video or one or two a week or something, and then just like do it over
Mhm.
12 weeks. I think that will be
Mhm.
really cool and just make a fucking good program, right? Because like I can rush it, I can do it in a fucking week if I want to, right? But like I don't
Yeah.
want to.
No,
I
there's
want
no
to
need
make
to
a
rush
good
it.
program. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. Great things take time sometimes.
Exactly. And that's good,
Yeah.
right? So nice. Awesome. So that's
Yeah,
the
man.
urgency that really helped a lot. And then the final thing that I believe is the biggest thing is first I did like
Mhm.
an 8-day money back guarantee and I extended
Mhm.
that 8 days to 28 days. And we talked about this as
Yeah.
well. And I think it's so
Yeah, we
powerful to
talked
have
a
like
lot
a
about
no
this.
questions asked. Yeah, I think it's so
Yeah.
powerful to have like a no questions asked money back guarantee because it shows
Yeah.
that you are doing this together with them, right? It's you and it's me.
Yeah.
Like either we win together or we don't win. And that way,
Mhm.
like everyone feels like very like good and excited and like in it with them together. And also it pushes me to make the
Yeah.
program so good and go to that extra S to give them the results that they want.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I was, as you know, a little bit hesitant at the beginning. I was like, yeah, what's like the additional worth you're gonna give with that? But at the end, you have to like ask yourself, why are you doing this? I mean, you and we, of course, are. Of course, one of the reasons is like making money, but it's not the main reason. You don't want to earn money just by earning money. It's just you want to earn money by making impact, and that's like the most important thing. And if you look through that lens and that vision of making impact, why not? Why won't you give that 28-day money back guarantee? Because in the end, you want to make people happy and like actually help them, not only for the longevity of the business, but also with our visions, with the visions we have, the vision we have. Yeah, I think that's actually a very nice thing, and it will go you're an hour away, and it will be yeah would help a lot. Yeah, and also like
Yeah, exactly.
like like people would have a lot more trust instantly during calls during sales calls, and it really it's like it aligns perfectly with the person you are, Dan. It aligns perfectly. So I think it was a great decision. What was the feedback you got on that?
Amazing.
Did you
Like
get
people were
feedback
like, fuck
on
yeah,
that? Yeah.
like, okay, cool, you're doing this, we're going to do this together. And that's like,
Yeah.
I'm very confident that that's, if I didn't do that, I most likely wouldn't have made those two shows. Maybe
Mhm.
I did two
Yeah.
sales, or like one even,
Yeah.
or maybe zero. I don't know.
Yeah.
But either way, like it comes down to like we're in it together, and that's like when you trust yourself, your own process so much,
Mhm.
then
Mhm.
you will like once again, it's like about free vibrations, right? Like I'm doing it from a place of love and like enlightenment, and that's
Mhm.
what they
Yeah.
feel as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that makes it so super powerful, right? And then also like
Yeah.
another thing, to like aside from like the frequencies and the other side of it, during the
Mhm.
school games when we won like the battle royale with Max Person, I
Mhm.
we sold like a mastermind offer, and in that
Mhm.
mastermind offer, we had like a 30-day money back guarantee, no questions asked, right?
Mhm.
And I closed like
Mhm.
80% of the sales. It was like ridiculous. But in the end, we sold
Yeah.
like 100 people, and we had a 30,
Mhm.
like 32, 35% closing, like a refund rate, right? So
That's high.
yes, we sold for $100,000. Exactly, it's super high, right? But we lost $35,000
Mm.
in refunds. But
Yeah.
I can guarantee you, if we didn't have this money back guarantee, then we would most
Mhm.
likely have a 50% closing rate or 40%, So then we would
Mhm.
have still 50 sales, $50,000 earned instead of 70,000. So even with the highest refund rate you can like possibly have, you still make more money with your money back guarantee than if you don't.
Are there like any more case studies on that? Because it would be interesting to see and maybe make a post about that.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
like
we would
I'm
have
gonna
to
test
look
it right
into
now.
that.
Like
Yeah,
I'm my
yeah, yeah,
own
but
case
yeah.
study, so we'll see.
Yeah, yeah, I know, but you get what I say. But yeah, no, interesting, bro. Thing. So yeah, I think it's good to use like a money back guarantee and like a 28-day or 30-day money back guarantee, but it should not be like the only pillar in your sales process or your delivery process. It should not be the only
No,
thing that convinces people and get them to work with you. Like it should
for
not
sure.
be all dependent on like a guarantee. Like that, yeah. All right, bro. Nice, good stuff.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. Like the reason people want to buy or like want to join your program should be for like the impact that you can make and like the results
Hmm.
that you can deliver, right? The money back
Yeah,
guarantee is just a way to like reverse the risk, make it a
yeah,
no-brainer, and also a way
yeah.
for like showing them that you trust in your process and in what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, it should not be like the reason they join the program should not be like what could happen? I can get my money back. Like that should not be the reason.
Exactly.
Hmm. But
Exactly.
that's not the case. So nice. All right.
Awesome, cool. What are your three main insights from this session together?
Mm, yeah, of course we spoke about this, like about anything. Uh, like the only thing that was like actually new for me is like the vibration stuff, the frequency stuff. But I
Hmm.
have like, I have a few like things I learned from that, like what I earlier told you, like that when you when you get in a in a lower frequency, that um it will go it will I'm looking for the right words, but if you get in a lower frequency, that will cause you to attract like stuff that's not good for you. That was like very big inside of me. So like that one, but also the importance of momentum and discipline. And I think like if I think about this again right now, I think that like it's in the little stuff. Like your vibration or your frequency can be changed or will change through like little stuff you do or you don't do. So
Hmm.
yeah, I'm will you come up like with the like we already have like a tracking sheet for the as you showed for
Hmm.
the live today, love tomorrow, unite forever. But is it like interesting to keep like a tracking sheet? Is it possible even to keep a tracking sheet for something like your frequency or stuff that affects that? Or
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a good question. Like your frequencies will basically like your tracking sheet for like live today, love tomorrow, unite forever, like the daily
Mm-hmm.
things that you need to do in order for you to hit the goals, will
Mm-hmm.
reflect your frequency. Because if you didn't
Yeah.
do the things that you know you should be doing in order for you to get the results, then most likely something happened that caused you to go on a lower frequency and not to do them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Nice. And alle, I think
Awesome.
this was a great episode, bro. I think we will also keep getting better and better at this, and I think the value concentration is a little bit higher in this one.
Than last time.
And
Yeah.
we would have to look into the latency that there is between us and the quality of the live
Yeah.
stream. But I'm sure we'll come up with
Yeah.
a
We'll
solution for
learn.
that.
We'll learn as we go. But the good thing is
I'll keep
like
learning.
we start, right? We just
Yeah.
made the idea, start doing it, and make progress in our business, in our podcast, in our personal lives, and everything.
Hmm.
So let's keep
Hmm.
on doing that.
Yeah.
If you want to follow along for the
Yeah.
journey, amazing, super excited to have you part of it. Feel free to subscribe, follow us, and yeah, let's keep winning together and
Yeah, and let
stay
us know what you
limitless.
think of this, and if you have any
Yes, for
ideas.
sure.
Stay limitless.
Yeah, let's do it. Cool.